Boxing nicknames are something else, man. They've been around since the beginnings of the sport, and yet they have fallen off so hard. Today we're going to be taking some time to talk about some of the worst nicknames in boxing. Alright, now let's start off with some fan slander, gotta love it. Ryan Garcia's nickname in the ring is King Rye, and while online, people call this guy Queen Rye. Devin, the American Dream Haney, people call this guy Pillow Hands, and for good reason too. I mean, Shakur Stevenson, which is one of the best boxers in the world right now, is Shakur Twitterson now. This motherfucker just keeps calling everyone out on Twitter. Anyway, my point with all of this is that everything is slander names now, man. Like, whenever a boxer does something slightly dumb, which granted, a lot of the time they do, sometimes boxing fans just resort to calling them bum or just one of those slander names. And every single boxer has haters. There's not one without them. Maybe Triple G. Maybe Triple G. Now granted, slander names have been around forever. For example, before the internet began, Muhammad Ali was the true artist behind the start of slander names. But see, before all his accolades, he wasn't safe from this himself. The media called him the Louisville Lip because, well, he was from Louisville, right? And he had a lip on him. If I really wanted to, I could make a whole video on the slander names that Muhammad Ali has called his opponents in the past. For example, George Foreman was the big old mummy, and Joe Frazier was the gorilla. I mean, Ali was ruthless. However, I got one more from this golden era that I think I definitely need to cover. You see, back in the 1920s and 30s, there was a boxer by the name of Jimmy McLamlin. And he was good, man. He fought the likes of Pancho Villa and Barney Ross, but there is something about his career that I definitely need to point out. Alright, listen to this article, y'all. Over the next 3 years, McLarnin became a major attraction as he proceeded to cut a swathe through most of the leading Jewish fighters of the day. Such was his record against the likes of Louis Kid Kaplan, former featherweight title holder, Sid Harris, Sergeant Sammy Baker, Hal Singer, then the reigning lightweight champion, Joe Glick, and Ruby Goldstein, that McLarnin became known as the Hebrew Scourge, and even the Jew Killer. Okay, continuing on with some older boxers, Carmen Basilia, one of the few guys who defeated the great Sugar Ray Robinson, was known as the Upstate Onion Farmer. I don't even know. But you want to know what I think the worst thing about all of this is? I think it's that half of the time, the fans aren't even to blame. See, promoters and fighters alike, ever since the beginning of boxing, have been calling boxers what I like to call random bullshit. For example, just taking a look at BoxRec, we can see a plethora, and I mean a plethora, of names that fit into that category. For example, let's look one up right now. Ismael Tete, hope I'm pronouncing that right, is an active boxer at the young age of 44. You're about to see one of my favorite boxers in the world right here. Look at that beautiful man right there. That's Ismael Tete. Let go. Oh yeah. Come on, Tete. Come on. I mean, good for him, man. He has to get that money somehow. Okay, on BoxRec, if you look right here, where I'm highlighting right now, this guy called himself the Black Roy Jones Jr. It's funny because Roy Jones Jr. is black.
White Liam Neeson?
Like, what the fuck? That don't even make no fucking sense, huh?
Are you thinking of Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, who are you thinking
What's
about, man?
wrong
Cause
with you?
fucking Liam Neeson's already fucking white!
Let's continue on, y'all. Now, Juan Lazcano fought the likes of Ricky Haddon, rest in peace to the big man, and held a lot of minor and regional titles. But the worst part is that this guy over here called himself the Hispanic Causing Panic. Like, I don't even know, bro. At this point, I'm gonna just phone a friend with an expert opinion. Yo, Mateo, thanks for taking my call, man. What's up?
Hey.
Okay, look, I got a question for you. If so, let's say you're a boxer. Actually, no, you are. My bad. Okay, let's say you're a boxer, right? And, since you're Hispanic, a promoter goes up to you, and he tells you, hey, man, we're gonna be calling you the Hispanic Causing Panic. What would you do?
Don't call me again, Kobe.
What the fuck, man? However, in contrast, one of the best nicknames that I have heard in boxing is the nickname of Darnell Wilson. See, you may not know the guy, but he challenged for the WBA Cruiserweight Championship in 2007. But here's the point. he chose to call himself. Alright, brace for this, though. He chose to call himself Dingaling Man.
Friday Night Fight Fighter of the Year, the Dingaling Man.
Let him go. Boom. Boom. Okay. Cool. So basically, this nickname came because his friends had an inside joke with him that, eventually just stuck. The name spread, and he chose to keep it throughout his career. I wholeheartedly believe that we as fans have an obligation to give the fighters risking their lives to give us the sport that we love some cool nicknames. But you know what we do, man? We just dog on them all day, and we choose to call them out for their flaws. You get knocked out and down too often, no chin. You clinch just a bit too much, Vladimir Klitschko. Oh, and don't even get me started on Andy Ruiz, because that guy might as well just be Charles Barkley with the amount of nicknames he has that are related to food. Compare the names we covered today to the golden era, man. I mean, we had names like the Hitman, Marvelous, Hands of Stone, Los Manos de Piedra. But now whenever a boxer has the ability to be called something cool like that, they just get the boxing slander names or just the most corporate nickname ever. I think we need to bring back real menacing boxing nicknames. Now I will say that my friends have told me that my nickname when I get in the ring should be Bombs Over. Are we dead ass? Don't quote me on that. That was not my original idea. Drop the worst nicknames you've seen in all of combat sports in the comment section, y'all, because there are so many that I didn't cover. And while you're at it, give me a cool nickname that isn't Bombs Over. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one.